Hey guys, today's reformer workout is going to be a full body workout. I'm going to use just a yoga block as a prop when I lay on my side. So you can use a yoga block, a ball, a pillow, nothing if you don't want, but just makes it more comfortable if you lay on your side. And we're gonna start with one blue spring on. And I'm just gonna lower my foot bar just a little bit because we're gonna roll back and I just don't want you to hit it. And put the headrest all the way down in the flat position. We're gonna start facing the back of the tower. And we're gonna grab our straps. We're gonna start with our legs bent first and put your hands through the straps and grab up a little bit higher on the ropes. Scoot your bottom forward a little bit so you have about a hand distance behind you. We're gonna start with a few roll downs to warm up the spine. So sitting up tall, you're gonna tuck the pelvis under, scoop the belly in, roll back. Just go to where you feel your lower back kind of hit the reformer. Hold it there, pull the belly button in, relax the shoulders, and then exhale, roll up slow. Stack the spine tall. Inhale and exhale, tuck under. Try to lengthen through each vertebrae as you roll down. And exhale, stack the spine. Sitting up tall. Keep going here. And exhaling as you roll up. So if you want more help rolling up, you can go for a red spring or one heavy spring. Tuck the pelvis under. And lift. We're gonna do two more here. Last one, let's roll it all the way down. Hold it here. Bring one leg into tabletop, place it down, and then the other leg. Go slow, use those lower abs. Try to relax the shoulders. Keep breathing. We have four more. Place that foot down, hold it there, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, roll on up and stack that spine. We're gonna put your hands in the straps now. Palms are up to the ceiling. Lay back into a slight C curve, elbows are lifted. You're gonna pull those elbows in like a bicep, and then we're gonna press those arms straight overhead, bend it back down to a bicep, and then all the way out. Staying in this C curve. If you don't like the C curve, you can sit up tall. As you press those arms overhead, keep those abs and ribs pulled in. Five more. Last one. And sit all the way up. We're gonna extend those legs out in front. You can cross them on top of each other if you want, or you can make the legs wider than the shoulder rests. We're gonna do the same motion but add on. So we're gonna start sitting up tall. Palms are up to the ceiling. Tuck the pelvis under, roll back. Bicep curl, press those arms overhead, hold it there. Open those arms out and around to the side. As those hands come past your hips, you're gonna roll up, reach forward towards those toes, and take a little stretch. Feel a stretch in the back of the legs, the neck and the head. And then roll that spine up. Palms up to the ceiling. Tuck the pelvis under, roll back. Bicep curl, press it up and over, hold. Circle those arms out and around, slow. As the hands come past by the hips, roll up slow and reach forward towards those toes. And then round up. A few more here. Tuck the pelvis under, hold. Bicep press up and over. Stretch those arms long. Circle around. And reach towards those toes. And sit up tall. I'm gonna switch the way my legs are crossed because I felt a deeper stretch on one side than the other. So if your legs are crossed, switch them to the other side. Just 3 more here. Tuck under, hold. Bicep press up and over. Open out and around. Circle, reach down towards those feet. Take a nice stretch. Roll up tall, 2 more. Tuck under. Bicep and press, keep those abs and ribs in. Circle around slow. Lift the head and chest, reach towards those toes. And roll up, last one. Tuck under, press it up and over. Circle around. Reach towards those toes. Take one more nice stretch. Relax the head back. And roll all the way up. Okay, make sure you have that distance between the back. We're gonna sit up tall for this one. We're gonna bring the right arm down to the side, the left arm up to the ceiling, but out to the sides. You're kind of going at a diagonal with the arms, working the back of the shoulders, and then come back to center. And we're gonna alternate. So now right arm comes up towards the ceiling, left arm to the back corner, and resist. So keep going here, sitting up tall. Try not to lean back for this one. Try not to have slack in the rope. Keep going here, we have 4 more. Last one. And release. This time we're gonna lean back. So again, make sure you're scooted forward a little bit. Sitting up tall, tuck the pelvis under, hold it. We're gonna lean back, do the same motion, but we're gonna add a little twist. So lean back, rotate, come back to center. Stay in that C curve, rotate, back to center. So you're just looking towards that bottom hand. Four more here. Last 2. And last one. Come back to center and lift all the way up. Let's put our hands back through the straps. Grab up higher because we're on a leg spring. We're just going to do basic chest expansion. So chest tall, you're going to press the hands past the hips and resist it forward. Lengthen the neck and shoulders. You can always grab lower on the ropes or lower on the straps. If you feel too much tension in the neck or if it feels too hard, sitting up tall through that spine. Five more here. Abs in, lengthen that neck. Last 2. And last one, release it forward. Drop the straps into the well. We're gonna swing around, lift the headrest up. I'm gonna now grab my yoga block and place it on my headrest. Bring that foot bar all the way up into that top notch. So I'm gonna add on a red spring. So I now have on a red and a blue, which would be a heavy and a medium spring. If you want to go lighter, you can do a red and a white, or a heavy and a light spring. Or if you want to go heavier, do 2 reds, 2 heavy springs. I'm going to lay on my left side to start. So laying on your side, scoot your bottom back so it's towards the back of a carriage. You don't want it all the way off though. The top foot, my right foot, is on the foot bar parallel. Lift up through that bottom left rib. We're going to press the carriage all the way out. Give that glute a squeeze, and then resist it down. You're pressing through that right heel, you're light on the toes. The more you press through the heel, the more you're working that glute. If you press through the toes, you're working more the quad. Resist it down. Exhaling as you press, get that full extension. Five more here. Last one, we're going to press it all the way out. Come in halfway and hold it still. Now don't move the carriage, keep that foot parallel. We're just going to lift the knee up to the ceiling a little bit and down. So you're trying to squeeze that outer glute. Like I said, the foot is parallel. The knee is just flaring up a little bit. Breathe. We have 5 more. Lift 5. Squeeze that glute at the top. 4, 3, 2. Hold that knee parallel. Now pulse it up 2 inches and down. 2. Go slow. Try not to bounce. 3, 4, 5. You should feel that quad as well as the glute. Keep breathing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Hold it for a second. You're going to come halfway back in. Don't move the carriage. We're going to do a little calf raise. So lift the heel high and then lower that heel. So again, don't move the carriage. A lot of isometric work here in that glute, quad, and calf. Keep breathing. Last 5 here. 3, 2, 1. Drop the heel and press it all the way out. So we're going to come all the way in for a second. Reach this right leg over the foot bar. Keep that foot parallel. We're just going to lift it up and down for 10. Try not to move the hips. Keep that space between that lower mat and your ribs. 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there. Turn the toe inward so the heel is slightly up to the ceiling and lift up for 10. 9, 8. Make sure that leg is straight. 3, 2. Hold that leg up. Turn the toe up to the ceiling. Doesn't have to be big. 10. 9, slight external rotation. 4, 3, 2, hold it. Now place that heel on the foot bar, keeping that external rotation. We're going to press the carriage all the way out. and all the way in. We have 15. Squeeze that glute at the top. Try not to let the hip or shoulder roll back. Make sure you get that full squeeze at the top. We have 5 more here. Last 2. Last one, we're gonna come in halfway and hold it. Now pulse it up 2 inches and down. 15, slow. 14, really try to squeeze that glute. Almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, press it all the way out. Come all the way in. Extend that leg straight over the foot bar again. Parallel foot, little circles for 10, 9, up and around, 8, almost done here on this leg, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse directions for 10, 9, stabilize the hips, 8, 4, 3, 2, hold it up there and release. Roll over to your back. Let's cross that right leg over the left. And breathe into that stretch. Feel a nice stretch in that right glute. All right, one more deep breath here. And exhale. Okay, let's roll on up. We're gonna do a little abs before we go the other side, but grab a quick drink of water and we'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. Bring your foot bar down to the bottom notch, so it's just over the wooden platform. If you want to stick your platform on and have your feet on that, that's fine. I'm going to put my feet on this wooden platform. You're going to take off the red spring and keep on one single blue spring, which would be one medium spring. If you want to make the planks harder, then do a white spring or your lightest spring. So we're going to come down to the forearms. You can leave the yoga block there if you want, or if it's in your way, you can move it out of the way. Put your forearms down. You're going to press the carriage out with one foot. Then come up to a full plank. Abs are tight. Squeeze those glutes. We're just going to saw those arms. So bring those arms forward a few inches and then back. Doesn't have to be a big motion. Make sure your belly button is pulled in. I'd rather have a rounded back than an arched back. You'll feel a little bit of the lats as you pull those elbows back. Squeeze your bottom, pull the belly button up to the spine. I'm going to do 4 more like this and then add on. You can always take a breather if you need. Last one, hold it there. We're going to pike those hips up to the ceiling. Look at your shins and then go back to the plank. Hold the plank for a second and then lift back up. Abs are tight. We're going to do 10. Try to use those lower abs to initiate the lift up. Two more here. Last one. We're going to press out to the plank. Hold it. 10, 9, breathe. 8, 7, 6. Come down if you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bend those knees in. We're going to bring our knees forward up against the shoulder rests, hands on the rails. Reverse crunches. You're going to bring the shoulders over the wrist. Tuck the pelvis under, round that spine, scoop the belly, and then resist it back slow. If you want it harder, bring the hands out further on the rails, or you can add on a white spring. So you have on a blue and a white, or do a heavy spring, which would be a red spring. Slowly pull it in. As you pull it in, round the spine, hold it for a second, suck the belly button in, resist it back. So you want the shoulders over the wrist, otherwise you're using more of the arms and not the abs to pull in. Exhale, scoop up and in. We have 5 more here. Last one, we're going to pull it all the way in. Hold it. Hold it there. 5 more seconds. Round the spine. 4, 3, 2, no, 10 pulses. Make it small. 10. Tuck the pelvis. 9. Exhale, scoop up and in. 8. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold it in there and release it back. Just stretch those arms behind you. Take a little stretch. Okay. We are going to move our feet back. We're going to do one more thing in this ab position. We're going to do the saw and pike it up. So we're going to combine the 2 motions. So you're going to forearms down again. You're going to press out to the plank position. Lift up through both feet, abs tight. You're going to saw that arm forward, hold, and then pike those hips up. Back to the plank. 1 saw, and then lift. 1 saw, and lift. We're going to do 10. We have 2 more here. Last one. Hold that plank 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and come all the way in. Just reach those arms forward and do a little child's pose. And let's roll on up. Okay, we're going to step on down. Bring the foot bar all the way back up to that top notch. Add on the red spring. So now you have on a red and a blue spring, which is a heavy and a medium spring. We're going to go back to that other glute side. So if you went heavier, go back to that spring, or if you went lighter, go back. I'm going to lay on my right side. Make sure your bottom is towards the back edge of the carriage. Your left foot is on the foot bar. Lift up through that bottom rib. Parallel foot, you're going to press all the way out through that left leg and resist in. We're doing 15 of each variation. Go slow, squeeze that glute at the top. Five more here. Last one, we're gonna press it all the way out. Come in halfway and hold it still. Don't move the carriage. Keeping the foot parallel, we're just lifting the knee up and down. So a little flare of the knee, the carriage is still. Try to squeeze that outer glute as you lift. Five more. Hold that foot, knee parallel, little pulses up. 15, press to that heel, resist down. Try to go slow, try not to bounce it. We have five more. The last one, we're going to press the carriage all the way out. Get that full extension squeeze. This is your little breather. Come back in halfway and hold it. Little calf raises. Lift the heel high and lower the heel of that left leg. Try to keep that carriage as still as possible. We're isometrically working that quad and glute as well as the calf. Five more here. Keep lifting that heel high. Last one, drop that heel, press the carriage all the way out. Come all the way in. Extend that left leg over the foot bar, parallel foot. You're just gonna lift it up and down for 10. 9, go slow, stabilize the hips. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, turn the toe down to the floor. The heel is up to the ceiling slightly, little lifts up. 10, 9, squeeze that glute. Hold it up there, toe and foot up to the ceiling, external rotation, little lifts up. 10. It doesn't have to be a big external rotation. I don't want you to roll the hips back. Hold it up there. Now place that foot back on the foot bar, external rotation. Heel is on, toes are up to the ceiling. Press the carriage all the way out. Resist it down. Full extension, squeeze that glute at the top. Five more here. Keep resisting it down slow. Last one, we're gonna press it all the way out. Come in halfway and hold it. Now little pulses up, slow. 10, 15. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, press it all the way out. Come all the way in. Extend that left leg back over the foot bar, making it parallel. Flex the foot, 10 circles. Up and around. 2. Stabilize the hips. Keep that leg straight. Reverse directions for 10, 9, straight leg. Last 3, 2, hold it up there, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and release. Roll over to your back. Let's give that glute a stretch. So cross the left leg over the right. Breathe into that stretch. Take a few breaths here. One more deep breath in and exhale. All right, release. Let's roll on up. I'm going to put my yoga block on the floor. And let's hang up our straps. We're going to do some feet in straps. So foot bar is still all the way up. I'm going to keep my red and blue spring on, which is my heavy and my medium spring. If you want to go heavier, do 2 reds, 2 heavy springs. Or you could also do a red, blue, and white if you're on my machine. I'm going to grab my head pillow for feet and straps. If you don't have one, you can keep the headrest all the way up. Okay, lay down on your back. Let's grab those straps, press the carriage out, put one foot in, other foot in. We're gonna start in first position, frog, heels together, toes are apart, arms long by your side. You're gonna bend the knees in, squeezing those heels together. Make sure the shins are in line with the knees. Don't let the heels go lower because then the shins go lower. And then press all the way out. Bend in slow. Squeeze those heels, zip up through those inner thighs. As you press out, try to feel like you're lengthening the legs long over the foot bar, squeezing those inner thighs. We're going to do 2 more here. Last one. Now bring those legs back into frog. We're going to add on. So start in the frog position. You're going to press the legs all the way out straight towards the foot bar. Keeping the legs straight, you're going to open those legs out to the sides. So you're kind of in a slight V position. Don't go too far. And then without moving the carriage, you're going to slowly bend those knees in, bring those heels together back to the frog position. Pressing all the way out, lengthen those legs long. Open the carriage slow to a slight V position. The trick here is to not move the carriage. So you're using those inner thighs to pull those heels together. Press it all the way out. Open the legs to a V. Bend in slow. Heels come together and all the way out. few more in this direction. So the slower you go, the less the carriage moves, the more you're working those inner thighs and stabilizing the hips. Last one in this direction. Bend the knees in slow. And then hold this frog position. Holding it here, we're going to reverse. So we're going to open those legs out, trying to keep that carriage as still as possible to a V position. And then we're going to drop the legs down, keeping them straight. Squeeze those legs together. Bend the knees back in towards the frog. There's a little coordination, so hold the frog position. Reach those legs out to a V position, trying to keep that carriage as still as possible. Straight legs, you're going to drop the legs down, sweep them together, and then bend in. Hold here. Reach the legs out to a V. Use those inner thighs to squeeze those legs together and pull it in slow. A few more here. We're going to do 2 more. Last one. Sweep those legs down, keeping them straight. We're going to bring those legs up to the ceiling and leg circle. Circle out and around. Stabilize the hips and pelvis. Make sure the legs come all the way back together before they lift up. I like to imprint my back for this one. If you like to keep your spine neutral, that's fine. I just feel like I work my abs a little bit more. And then I know my back is not arching. Circle out and around, squeeze those heels together. 4 more in this direction. Last one. And reverse. Keep the legs together, drop them down, circle out and around. Let the legs come all the way back together at the top before you lower. Three more. Last one. And bring those legs up to the ceiling. I'm going to place the bottoms of my feet together and just open up the legs. Just relax the inner thighs. Take a little breath here. And then I'm going to bring both legs up a little higher. Hold on to your ropes. I'm going to stretch my left leg out to the side. Keep the right hip down. You should feel a big stretch in the inner thighs. Just take a few breaths here. And then bend that left leg in and reach the right leg out to the side. You're holding on to the ropes. You can stabilize or help you. So if you're not as flexible, you can have the hand hold up higher. If you're more flexible, you can press down on the rope. And then bring the legs together. We're going to take the feet out of the straps, drop them down into the well. We're going to finish with a few stretches. We're going to do a little mermaid. So I'm going to take off my red spring, so I have on one blue spring. I'm going to face you guys. So my left shin is up against both of the shoulder rests. And then my right leg is bent. And then my right shin is kind of facing forward or parallel with the reformer. My right hand is on the foot bar. Reach the left hand out to the side. You're going to press the carriage out. Lift up and over, feeling a nice stretch down the left side of the body. Breathing into that stretch. And then exhale, come all the way up. Take an inhale, exhale, press the carriage out. Reach the left arm up and over the body. Try to stretch long with this left arm. And then back up. One more time, press it up and over. And stretch long. Holding it here. Now we're going to rotate the body. Try to grab the foot bar with the left hand. And I want you to try to pull the left hand against the foot bar. So you just feel, and then try to push with the right hand. So you kind of feel a deeper stretch down the left lat and armpit. So you're pulling with the left hand, pushing with the right. A few more breaths. And then release the left hand, and then come all the way up. We're going to turn around to the other side. So now my right shin is up against the shoulder rests. My left knee is bent, and the foot is almost parallel with the reformer. Left hand is on the foot bar. Reach that right arm out to the side. Press the left arm out. Reach the right arm up and over the body. Take a nice stretch down the side. And then come all the way up. Inhale and exhale, press out, reach it up and over. And back up. The last one here. Exhale, reach this right arm up and over as far as you can. And then rotate slightly. Try to grab the foot bar with the right hand. So pull that right hand and push with the left so you feel a deeper stretch down the right side of that shoulder and armpit and side. One more deep breath. And release. Come all the way back up. We're just going to finish with a little lunge stretch. So come up to your knees. I'm going to put my left foot on the foot bar. You're going to press the carriage back, lift the chest up to the ceiling, tuck the pelvis under. Your left leg is bent. You want to try to press that right hip flexor forward, lifting the chest up tall. And then we're going to press that left leg out, try to straighten it. We're going to square off the hip. So try to bring the left hip back and bring the right hip forward. If you want more of the calf, put your left toe on more and then try to drop that left heel. If it's too intense, then just put the arch of the left foot on. And then bend that left knee in. Lift that chest up one more time. And switch legs. So put the right foot on the foot bar, bending that leg, tuck the pelvis. Try to press that left hip flexor forward, lifting that chest up, breathing into that stretch. And then we're going to straighten that right leg out. Try to square the hips off, so bring that right hip back and pull that left hip forward. And then just lean that chest forward as far as you can. And then bend that right knee all the way in. One more stretch. And release. And we are all done, guys. I hope you guys had a great workout. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. and I will see you guys next time.